It's the National Football League on EA Sports, as we see a couple of teams who were both started in Boston. It's the Washington Commanders and the New England Patriots, next on Madden Football.
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Cade Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Cade. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about both for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And we're off from Foxborough. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it, and he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him at the 38. This set of downs starts with an option right. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Daniels on first down. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. First carry now for Austin Eckler. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Now Daniels off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 36, it's taken in by Eckler. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Taken down near the 8-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. He picked up 6, has him close, 3rd and goal from the 2.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Daniels now. He's got it! And that's a Washington touchdown! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now it's the Patriots' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, second year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. To the air on first down, May. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. First time this game they've looked to him. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Back to the air, it's May. Headed right through the middle of the field. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Running for it with Stevenson. And he'll get them enough for a first down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. All right, time to get this second quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Call it 7 yards.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. To throw, here's May. Has it in close. And he has the New England touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots start off well to tie things 7-7. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
This is Eckler on second. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running with Eckler again. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. It's caught, Eckler. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. To throw, Daniels. Ertz reels it in. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 42. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. He's contained at the line for no gain. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Commanders with a chance to break this tie. 2nd and 10 now. Finds a seam down the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Patriots 7.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Patriots offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They've got 1st down from the 31. Operating from the gun, here's May. Looking slant route, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's May to the air. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch. And he's tackled for a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's May. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a New England first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. May looking to throw. Pass is caught at the 9. Touchdown, New England. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots tie things up at 14. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Commanders and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touchdown. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Patriots offense out there to start this 3rd quarter. And they could take control in the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down throw for May. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
May on 1st and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. On play action, here's May. Finds his man. It's Mario Douglas. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take the lead right away in half number 2. Mario Douglas with the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. And a man is there to knock that away. Now is Terry McLaurin on the target. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect him.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vet, Tressway. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And the Pats will take over. First and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun. Has it downfield, working the left. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the air on first down, May. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a New England first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Hauled in by Bourne. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. The rookie from Michigan there that time. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. To throw, here's May. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, it's May. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied, knocked away, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football, the Legion of Boom, obviously out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone, trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
May now on 3rd down. He brings it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow you.
Up and good from Joseph. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they're going to try to take the lead back to 1 possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
2nd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 1 yard. And the Washington first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, it's Daniels. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. He was looking for Terry McLaurin, and it sets up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
On first down, here's Daniels. It's caught, Eckler. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. To throw, Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They send a tight end in motion. Now Daniels off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Offense up to the line fast. Daniels, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the 4th.
Commanders 21.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. The give inside to Stevenson. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They go again with Stevenson. And he'll get it up to the 44. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Setting up to pass. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brought in right side by McLaurin. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. He's got it over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. He'll look to throw it. Buying some time left. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Washington calls it second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Second and 3 now. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He gets 6 on that play, and that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, here's Eckler. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So on now is Austin Seibert for the Commanders' field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
May on first and 10. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
It's now 2nd and 10 at their 30-yard line.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. To throw, here's May. He lofts it deep left. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Ball game's not over just yet. Don't leave those seats. The interference call means we're going to have an untimed down here. The kick is good. He got it. And the third time he puts it through will be the charm. They've won it. So So as they've done so many times before, Brock, the Patriots take the win here at Gillette Stadium. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Patriots emerge as winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.